How was your daughter's birthday?
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, little petting zoo, and they're like 2-week-old piggies. Like they still had like fur missing from it. And petting llamas. It was so fun. She loved it.
That's adorable.
But she can't do anything for more than like 4 minutes. So she'll like pet, 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 jump out, go play, slide down, run back, pet, pet, pet. But she can't do go draw. Is super hyperactive.
How old is she now?
She just turned 2.
Aw, baby. How old is she now?
But now I'm here, and apparently we're in a storm. It's storming.
I didn't realize we were in South Carolina already. All the rain outside. Give me 1 second. possible. Prixori and Olerin start looking for anything that they can find off of these 2 dead bodies. We introduce ourselves to Thalion, who's still outside, welcome him inside as long as, he's okay with the dead bodies that are there. Let's see. One of the items that Olerin found was a robe, which he shows to Thalion. Thalion confirms that it was a robe stolen from one of his companions. Thalion and Baxi get into a conversation about the general. Thalion asking questions about Baxi wearing the black armor, bearing the familiar mark of the general that Thalion is looking for. Prixori and Thalion talk about the whole, our home's destroyed by things that we couldn't stop. Yay, love that for us. We went into a little bit of the history with the church, with Wiggum, kind of catching everyone up to what the group has done up to this point and why. And then we decide that we are going to help with getting rid of the church, and going back to the orc goblin villages to, I think it was restore the spirit of the kid that we rescued. There was a voice in the cave. We all said, nope, fuck that shit. Left, ran into Yetis, I think. Yetis are some kind of like snow abomination monster thing. Got fucked up. But thanks to Wiggum's healing, we did not die. And that's where we left off.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Okay. So, we have left you all in the battlegrounds. You are standing before the corpses of 2 Yeti. And let me get perception rolls from each of you.
Did it not? Is it not rolling for you guys?
It is rolling, yes.
I see it.
Okay, I'm not getting anything. Like, nothing is rolling on my page. I'm gonna refresh.
Yeah, do that. You got a 14, by the way.
Okay.
So, let me roll for Olerin. Normal.
There we go.
Okay. So, it makes sense. Olerin being the one that would be closest to this. When you all approached these Yeti, you noticed that they were eating something. You couldn't tell exactly what it was, but it looked messy. It looked like there were several of it kind of piled together. Olerin is the first one to realize that these are bodies, not animals, but actual bodies. Guys, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news or anything, but are those bodies? They can't be bodies, right? Like, Rem, do you think those are bodies? Yeah, I really do think they are.
What kind of bodies are we dealing with here? Like, are we talking about deer? I mean, it all just looks like piles of mush and guts and bone to me, so, those aren't people, are they? Tell me it's not people.
No, I'm not a doctor. I can't really tell you. Wiggum, You look like
Yes.
a doctor, cleric type, right? Are
I
those
dabble.
people?
Well, let me see. Let me see. Medicine?
Yes. Roll me a medicine, please.
Eh.
Wasn't that high of a difficulty. You can tell based off of a couple of the bones that these are definitely human bones.
Okay, so you want the good news or the bad news?
Are they
Is there
demons
any
or?
fucking good news?
Maybe. You gotta pick.
Uh, hit me with the bad first, all right? Just hit me.
They're people bones.
Oh God.
Well, not really particularly surprising, I guess, with these monstrosities. Um, are they all human or are they orcs as well?
They look like all people bones.
Hmm.
Oh, do you want the good news?
Sure.
They're not your bones.
That. I can't argue with that.
See?
I mean, is there anything left of them? It just, God, it just looks like they're torn to pieces.
Wiggum picks up a stick, pokes at the meat pile. Ah, they're pretty gone.
That's not.
Oh man.
That's not what I meant. um. Alright. Is there anything like, I don't know, like rings, dog tags, anything to kind of tell who these people were?
Well, let me see. Wiggum starts to go through the meat pile. Hmm. That's a bone. That's brain something. That's a heart. That's a femur. Another femur. Ooh, a scapula.
Roll me a investigation, please. Roll at advantage because Olerin will be reluctantly helping you.
Oh
Investigation.
God! Oh no!
Wow, two ones.
What? What are the
The odds are
It's
there.
just meant to be, I guess.
Wow.
So yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of mush.
it's just bodies. It's just pieces of bodies.
Oh, you can look in that pile. I didn't look in that pile.
Yeah. I'll look. I have a thing about everyone needing to kind of end up where they belong, and I don't believe that's inside of a Yeti stomach. So I'll look.
Okay. And you, Frixori, roll me a investigation. No
I'll be
advantage.
helping.
Oh, you'll be helping. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, with
Roll.
Already
advantage.
better than mine.
Roll another one. It's fine.
Okay.
A lot better
I
than
knew
mine.
it. I knew it. I was like, roll another one. You might get an at 20.
Got 20.
You begin to dig through this pile, and the pile itself is pretty, I wouldn't say large, like it's not bigger than you, but it is spread out. As you are rummaging through the one end of the pile that Wiggum and Olerin did not look through, you suddenly feel something grab onto your wrist.
Oh God.
What happened?
Something grabbed me. Something grabbed me. I can't fucking look at it. Someone look at it.
This pile begins to shift and move. And then coming out of this muck, you see a very dirty, bloody, you would assume elf based off of the pointed ears. Much
Ugh.
of her features are obviously masked by this gore.
Ugh. Gross.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for helping.
The fuck were you doing in there?
Well, I was hiding, obviously.
Uh, I don't know how you could hide in anything like that.
Well, it wasn't by
Usually when
choice, I can
one's
promise you.
She's gonna look over at the magic users, given that she has like none. You guys have something to clean everything up, right?
I don't have prestidigitation.
Paxi pulls out a rag. A well-used rag.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you for dealing with them. Gods know how long it would have been before they walked away.
oh,
Sorry. And she kind of like shakes her hands, like just kind of shaking off a bunch of the slop, and sticks her hand out for you to shake. Name's Rena.
Awfully very calm from
Gross.
someone that just came out of a body of dead.
Well, I've had a day to ruminate on things and to make my peace. All
I'll
you have to
go
do is have a
shake
little bit
her
of prayer, and here we are.
oh, glad we could be the answer to your prayers. I'm frick sorry. I'm gonna hold out my already dirty hand anyway. It's Wiggum and Baxi and Thalian and Olerin.
Hey, how's it going?
Pleasure.
Are you injured at all, or are you just
Just dirty. It's all.
yeah?
Uh, not to be, rude or anything like that, but how did you how did you get in this situation?
In the Yeti pile.
Well, a few of my companions and I, and she gestures towards the pile,
Yes, the Yeti pile.
we were making our way up north. We were heading over to Bleakcrest. Happened across these Yeti, and, well, some of us made it out, and some of us didn't. I just so happened to be caught in this.
Um, well, that's an unfortunate series of events.
Unfortunate
The-
indeed. I can assure you it's much better than the situation we were in before, so I'd rather take a
I
Yeti than
know.
to church any day.
I don't know. I like being alive. That's just me though.
You literally told me like last night that the church killed people.
They do
Yeah, they do.
in masses.
Fairly often.
Yes, quite often, actually. You're familiar with the church.
Frixor is just gonna kind of point towards Wiggum and Baxi, like, that's more their thing.
I was
I'm new here.
Shanghai.
Let's just say we've had our run-ins and our. Let's just say we had our run-ins with the churches anyway. Perhaps you could give us some more enlightenment into their what they're doing on this side. See, it's been a while. We've had our heads in the let's just say fey clouds, and some time has been missing. And we would like some information into regarding what is happening around here.
Well, it's not good. They have been. They've been beginning their crusade. Starting with the smaller towns, villages, hamlets, things like that, and spreading their teachings. You can hear the sarcasm in her tone. And, well, a lot of us fled the church. We fled our homes and were seeking solace elsewhere. We've heard that there's a sanctuary in Bleakcrest. That's where we were heading.
I'm sure Gruel will be more than happy to take anyone in regards to the tribe. Would you happen to know any information if the Bleakcrest had any success into forming a resistance against the church? Or is it just a safe place to stay?
I'm not certain. I myself haven't been there before. We've just been hearing through the grapevine that there are people who are fighting the church, and, well, we're defectors, so we figured why not?
Defectors, like you left the church. Like the army of the church?
Yes.
So you would know about like I don't know, like shit like generals and stuff like that?
Not a lot. The others that survived, they might be able to give you more information. Unfortunately, given my lineage, not really privy to much information.
I'm surprised you still got your ears intact.
Well, I was lucky enough to escape. I'm from here, from the Freelands, and they came and began raiding our homes. I just happened to escape, and I found Elara and her company. They're the ones who were heading up to Bleakcrest, and they said that I can come with them.
Now, remind me real quick, what was the clan that we were heading to? Was it Bleakcrest or was it another
Yeah, we're going to
Yes.
Clan Stoneaxe from Bleakcrest.
clan? Stone Axe from Bleakcrest. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. We're going to talk to Gruel.
Well, we're heading up that way anyway. And there's more safety in numbers.
Oh, yes. Quite certain. If it wasn't for their
but-
bodies, I wouldn't be here right now.
Speaking of bodies, first things first. I'm fucking freezing. And I'm covered in blood. If you guys could give me a little bit of time, I can maybe, possibly, get the fur off of these things. You know, have something warm for the rest of the journey, and you know, who knows? Have something to trade with the orcs. I heard that orcs like fur things, right? I think that's right. I mean, that's what Gunnar liked.
I'm sure it would make a great gift.
I think
If you
most
want to
things
just-
just like things.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm dirty anyway. Might as well.
Wear their skin.
Yeah. I'm gonna start skinning at least one of the yetis.
Ew.
I wanted its fur. I'm cold. I'm fire-based, and I'm in the fucking north.
Roll me
Yeah,
a survival,
gross.
please.
Oh, that's actually not too bad.
Why'd you say anything?
It could have been worse.
It could have been. It almost stopped on that one.
You It almost did.
Yeah, so you work through you're slicing at this yeti. It's not the cleanest cut, but it's enough to make something that you can drape over yourself. Um will you be working on the second one as well? Because obviously this is going to take you a couple of hours to do the first one.
Oh God, they're all waiting that long. Um, I mean, it gives everyone time to kind of like clean up and rest. Would that be considered like a short rest
Yes.
for people? Wait.
Did we find out the elf's name?
Rena.
Yes, Rena.
You know.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Like, am I able to get a sizable amount of fur off? Like, would it pass for multiple people to use, or just the one?
Um, you would be able to get basically like the top part of it from because of the way
Okay.
that it fell on its back, and it's clearly too big for you to move. So
Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? What about meat? People like meat, right? Nothing like showing up to a big village with a ton of meat.
These guys,
Wouldn't
the
hurt.
Stone Axes are very efficient, but I'm sure Yeti meat. What, I don't know. Is that weird? Like they kind of have like a real face, you know?
as long as
I
you don't
mean,
look at the
I-
face, food is food.
Well, not cannibalistic at all.
Well, I'm pretty sure that if we stuck around in the Feywild any longer, those pixies would have been eating our faces. You know what I mean?
I do. Now I got that image in my face.
Sure. If the group is fine with it, I'll move on to the next one and try to get a couple of good cuts of, ribeye, tenderloin, shit like
No. Gross.
Roll me another survival. Nice. All right, so yeah, you are doing a lot better with the second one. You are able to go a little bit faster now that you kind of get the gist of the anatomy of the Yeti. Skin it pretty well. You grab some good cuts of meat. Anything that you can't carry, you see that Rena is cutting and carrying herself. This is definitely going to be helping us. We've been without food for some time, so thank you for taking care of them. You've done Aes'Taldon a great service.
that. Yeah, don't mention it.
So, a couple of hours would have passed as Frixori and Rena are working to get these Yetis prepared. At long last, they are good enough to go. You see that Rena is removing. She is wearing a lot of fur, and you see that she's removing one of the layers and puts the meat in it, and then almost wears it like a backpack. Right. Well, I don't want to assume anything, but will you be traveling with me? Will I be traveling with you? Will you be meeting my group? Or would you rather just part ways here?
I think safety in numbers is usually just the best way to go about stuff. How
Yeah.
big is your other group, apparently?
Well, it was larger, but she looks down at the bodies again.
Yes, I'm aware. Yeti pile.
I'd say, including myself, there are 8 left.
I, that might be a bit much for one big group. So my thing is, we help you get to your rest of your guys, and then we kind of part ways there.
Yes, that's completely understandable.
Anyone else? That sound solid?
I'm sure we can make our minds up once we get there
All right.
into what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm just kind of along for the ride right now.
Okay. Wiggum pulls out his map and it's gone. Got blown away in the wind. Well, I think it's that way.
You point in a typical general direction, just kind of out, and Rena takes your hand and slowly points you in the direction that you're supposed to go.
Ah, okay, that way then.
Yes,
This is why it always takes forever to get anywhere with you, Wiggum.
Well, not all the time. The map gets blown away in the wind.
Hmm.
Speaking of, I should probably go pick that up.
So you all continue traveling. You see that there are footprints in the snow, some of them slowly being covered up by the wind. And eventually, say just nearing sunset, you see that in the distance there is a glow of a campfire. There's a glow of a campfire, and you can kind of make out some figures around it. Rena gives a pause. You see that she looks at this campfire and then, very loudly, "Hello!" Heads immediately turn. You can see the glint of a couple of weapons being drawn. "It's just me. I'm alive. Hi. I found some people. I killed the Yetis." And very casually, she makes her way over to this group. There, you see that there are 7 people, some of them tending to their own wounds. They. Baxi, roll me a. Perception.
I'm on fire.
You look at these people and you get this feeling that you might recognize them, but you're not entirely sure.
I think I'll just go to Wiggum as we see Arena start to wave and approach and say, "I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I've seen this before. Not like I've seen it before, but I've felt like I've known these people, but I don't know who they are. Do you recognize them at all?"
Mm, let me look.
Wiggum, you can also roll a perception.
Well, all right.
Wiggum, you recognize one of these individuals. It's a middle-aged man. He's, you would assume, broad-shouldered given his armor. Very strong jaw, short, black stubble on his face. He has a scar running across his cheek. You know that this is one of the people who, when you were captured, was part of this group. He was one of the Inquisitors there.
Oh, all right. So members of the I don't say it out loud, but actually I think they're members of the church.
She did say they were defectors.
Guys, what's the holdup? There's a fire, which means warmth and food, right?
Sure. Just keep the conversation neutral.
Mm,
What's
hard
that
with
supposed
my
to mean?
armor.
You know, just stay neutral.
Okay. She's just kind of like, I don't know what that means. I'm still learning shit.
I think Baxi would just whisper to Frixori, you know how we were talking about the church and there were certain ranks in regards to, well, there are certain ranks. There is what seems to be an inquisitor amongst this group.
Oh, that's like a bad thing, right?
Yeah, but I feel like it's a little bit different. Usually inquisitors would be more, what would you say? Militaristic?
Assholes?
Yeah. Hey, you calling me an asshole?
I mean,
Mm,
you're not that bad. You're not that bad compared to other assholes I've seen.
not
I've
that,
seen a lot of
not
assholes.
that bad. Mm. Right, Frixori. I see how it is.
You do pucker sometimes.
You do give off like a vibe, Baxi.
Okay. Let's not pick on Baxi time. Alright.
Nah, just messing with you. You're pretty all right, all things considered.
I am kind of
What
not
is that?
messing with you.
What is pretty old? What is that? Oh my! I'm just gonna approach the group.
Stay neutral.
I am neutral. I just want to get away from this.
And so
And
you approach. You see that there's a tan skinned woman with really long black hair. She's wearing acolytes, or cleric robes, rather. You know the style of this. You know that this is the robes that the clerics for the Church of Iron would be wearing. She looks up at you and gives you as polite of a smile as she can muster. Greetings.
greetings. I hope you don't mind if we share your fire for the night.
Please, by all means. I'm afraid we don't have much to offer. Our supplies were ruined.
Oh, ruined how? By the Yetis?
Not just the Yetis. We've been traveling for some time. Natural wear and tear, and a couple of bandits here and there. You can see that she's not obviously giving you the full story.
Mm. Well, would you perhaps be able to explain, and with all this travel, why the sister of the Church of Iron is traveling north to Bleakcrest?
You say this. She
Mhm.
blinks. you see that the man in the armor reaches for the hilt of his sword.
How about we all just try to stay neutral?
I, we have the meats, and I'm just gonna hold up a bag of Yeti meat.
Ugh, gross.
Eh, we
Now I'm
don't gotta
closer.
fight. We got food. Anyone want food?
Now I'm closer. Do I recognize the Inquisitor, like the name wise?
You do. Looking at him, you know that this man is known as a lark. He is, or apparently was now, a very fierce enforcer of the church's will. One of the very faithful to your brother. Not, one of his most trusted, but definitely one of his most devoted. He was the one who was made to dole out extreme punishments to people.
I think as he like puts on his hilt, Baxi would just not stand back, but you just look towards him in just a what we call a neutral stance, as Wigan would like to say, and look towards Arena. Defectors, you say, huh?
Yep, defectus. She's just sitting by the fire now, like kind of setting up sticks to throw the meat up. Completely
Let me throw a
unfazed
good
by
old
this little...
insight check out there, just to see if they're on the up and up. Good old insight check.
You will not be able to tell that, because there's no
Ooh.
conversations being had.
You're right.
It's just all of a look. And at this point in time, they are very wary.
Why are you guys staring so much? Lighten up.
All I need to ask, strangers, are you friend or foe?
Depends, I guess.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty friendly.
I think it depends on the answer that you ask, of the question that I asked. Why are you heading to Bleakrest?
Because we are seeking sanctuary.
An acolyte of the church and an inquisitor of the church is seeking sanctuary in Bleakrest.
Defectors of the church.
Full of spies.
What is your interest in knowing our reason? You're clearly heading in the same direction.
Let's just say the chieftain is a good friend of mine, and I do not wish to see him harmed, or tricked, or fooled by the church's ways.
Well, I can assure you, you will not find any of that here.
What happened to that devotion to your lovely church, or to your false prophet?
We've come to realize that the will of the church is corrupt. They are acting in a way that is against the original teachings of Ars Malor. Things have become terrifying. Anyone who so much as even breathes in a way that the church does not agree with, they are now cut down in the middle of the street. They have begun to place strict rules on who can or cannot practice magic. And she puts her head down, and you see Alaric. He doesn't let go of the hilt, but he hasn't drawn the sword yet. They are now taking it out on the children. We cannot stand by this, and as much as we wish to do something about it, we are small in number.
I think as a show good faith, Baxi obviously keeps his sword on his hip, but it's just a hilt, so it doesn't seem much. But he grabs like his warhammer out and just throws it on the ground, and just sits down, almost nonchalantly, and just plunks as if he's been weary and tired after all this travel, and just draws a long beaded breath. Children, eh?
Yes, children. Many of them are being snatched off of the streets, ripped from the arms of their mothers, thrown into training camps. Those that fail, they're slaughtered. The prophet, Kothar, he believes that weakness is meant to be eradicated, and he would rather cull them while they are young. I could not stand by any longer.
So what's the end goal for that? Just to have soldiers early on?
Child warfare. Not many people are willing to kill a child. Train them young, manipulate their minds, indoctrinate them into the church. They're willing to do anything.
Could I roll an insight as they start to say all this stuff about the church? Is he trying to force it out, like his disdain for the prophet, after we do know that he loves him so much, or used to admire him? He's just doing an act.
Go ahead.
Nice.
You really gotta bump up that insight.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? I can. I'll just put the. I'll use my points for it.
Oh
and
no, I'm
give it to
saying
it
like
for me.
you have no modifiers.
plus
I
0.
got no. I got nothing. Yeah. I'm very straightforward.
You see things how they are, not what they could be.
Yeah, exactly.
um,
True Inquisitor through and through.
so you're good.
But yeah, we'll use some luck points to
No,
get
no,
it
no.
to
You are definitely good with your roll.
Okay.
You can tell that he is definitely being on the up and up. You would have engaged with him before, and he has the same mentality. All paladins and inquisitors have that black and white mentality. They never waver in their speech. And you can hear it's just perfectly, not monotone, but it is just, there is no hesitation in his tone. He's not forcing it. He is not awkward. He's telling you exactly how it is.
That sucks. So the
Uh,
plan is get the Bleak Crest and just hide out.
You see that
Well, if other. Go ahead.
Ilara looks over. It's not really our intention to hide out. We're trying to help however we can. We have some inside information. And she gestures over to another man who he's kind of hunched over a bunch of maps. Gives you a cursory glance, like a casual wave of his hand, and then goes back to the maps. We figured that even if they do change all of their tactics, this is a good start. We can plan around it, figure out where they could potentially go, if they're going to be coming in from the north, coming in from the south, the east. There's always a chance. We didn't risk stealing this for nothing.
if the information you have is true, then it will be a great aid the wars to come. I must ask you for a friend. Um, we're looking, or possibly have heard someone called the General. Apparently, they are an inquisitor of great importance to one of our colleagues.
Uh, yes, I believe we've heard of the general.
Heard or witnessed, could you, I don't know, expand a bit more on the General? They say they wear a black armor. Is the black armor like a special unique set? Are they uh, as ruthless as the stories say? Uh, do they travel with the Prophet, or are they their own entity? Anything like that.
She looks over to Rena, who is cutting up the meat. I don't really know anything about them. Um, I can tell you that they are beasts, wild and untamed. We have tangled with inquisitors before. This was unlike anything else. They've gone into our homes, gave one sermon, demanded we kneel to their God, gave us no time to question, to contemplate. If we did not bend the knee immediately, they came after all of us. No one was safe from them. I am familiar with one that they call the General. Thankfully, I haven't had personal experience with them, but I can tell you that they were in my village. You see that Alaric looks over at her. The armor is a signifier of rank. And he beats at his own armor. The higher rank we are, the darker the armor. Of course, the highest rank you can achieve is Inquisitor. Unless you are, of course, the Prophet reincarnated.
Hmm. It seems like we're all just kind of hoping it gets better. Because personally, I don't really know how we're going to, you know, fight a church with very I don't want to say few numbers, but few numbers. And I just don't know how we're gonna deal with everything now that they're in full force at this point.
There's no ifs or buts about it, William. We will deal with it. We got
Do
it.
we have to though? Can't we just go somewhere else?
You can. You can go hide under the tree. But as long as there are innocent children being harmed and people getting thrown out of their homes, I will not stand idle by. But you do as you will. Act like the goblin if you wish. But we both know you're not.
All right, well you don't have to throw me under the bus that much. It was just a question. God dang.
Consider it payback from before.
Well, fine. That's the vibe you have then.
Yeah, Frixori from the fire just kind of calls out. You know what we talked about with the asshole thing? That was it.
Jesus. Trying to ask a question, you can get thrown under the bus. God, I don't know. Just mumbles and goes over to the fire. Backseat,
This whole time, you see that Ilara has been watching you, Baxi. What is your relation to the church? Are you a defector as well? A victim?
I guess you could consider it both, but I'm more of a defector. Was an inquisitor, now no more. Now I'm just an asshole.
Kind of.
Sorry, kind of an asshole.
You mentioned being an inquisitor, and of course that seems to catch Alaric's attention. He looks at you. An inquisitor, you say?
Yes, you look upon the skin of a Leonin, and you think, why can you be an inquisitor? Am I wrong?
Yes, I will not deny that. You are, forgive my speech, but a beast. And as such, would not even be allowed to gaze upon the Inquisitors without some sort of reprimand.
I was a beast before I took on this form, and I guess it's just a true reflection of how the Prophet saw me. The Prophet changed me into this way, and now I seek to pay back in kind.
What was your name, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, see, that might be a problem. You might all be defectors, but I'm not 100% sure we're ready for that conversation yet. Because you used to be really good friends with Kofa. I wouldn't say friends, but worked alongside him. And who knows if you want to get back in his good gracious. By selling me out,
He gives you a tight-lipped smile and nod. Understandable. I will not press any further. Alara is now kind of looking at all of you. This obviously peculiar group of non-humans. Well, you are welcome to share our fire. And she gestures to the meat that is being cooked. The meat that you have all procured for us. If you wish, you can make camp here tonight or continue on.
No, I'm fine with camping here. You all seem neutral.
You know, Wickham, you keep saying that word. I don't I don't think it really truly means what you think it means.
What do you think it think? I think it means.
I I don't know, man. I don't think there's really anything neutral about this situation.
I think so. They're not currently attacking us.
Yeah, I don't know, they're not really offering much either.
I
So
don't think they have
neutral then.
much to give.
That's the one in the Wiggum column.
She looks over at you. Alara looks at you, Frixori. Tiefling, if you don't mind my asking, what shall we call you? What shall we call all of you? You know some of our names?
You can call me Frix. That's fine.
You can call me Big Tony.
You can call me Little Tony.
Those peculiar names. As you wish. And she gestures towards the group. My name is Ilara. I am I suppose you can say, de facto leader of this group. This is Alaric, one of two guards. She points over to a blonde woman sitting not too far off. That is Leora, a very talented mage. That one over there, you see that it's a woman who looks a little druidic, if that's what you want to call her. She's wearing a lot of loose clothing. Looks like she's seen some things. She has that 1,000-yard stare.
Is this Leora or is this the druid lady?
The druid.
Got it.
This is Marin. The one with the map is Torvald. You've all met Rena. This young man standing over there is Derek. And you see that she's now kind of looking around. Garen is not here. And as soon as she says that, the ground begins to rumble, just slightly. And stepping out of the trees is a Loxodon. There he is.
Biggest Tony.
This is Garen.
Other than Garen, all of them are human, correct?
Rena
One's an
is
elf.
And then elf. Yeah.
Elf Elena is an elf, and Marin is an elf.
Okay, got it. Cool.
Your party went from all right, okay, to Loxodon, the most obscure race I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, 100%. You cannot just release Garen into the group and not explain how you've met.
Garen lets out this like very deep, rumbling chuckle. Sits down, using his trunk to reach around to grab some of the partially cooked meat. Was on a slave ship heading to Shadow Grove. Ended up escaping. Washed ashore. And that's when Alara found me.
Well, girl will definitely love to meet you.
I would hope so. I haven't received much of a welcome here.
Wiggum's gonna say hello in Druidic to the. Her name was Marin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So in Druidic, he's gonna say, "Hey, how's it going? You all right?"
When you say this, her head almost immediately whips to look at you.
Wiggum waves.
Eyes wide. She looks like an animal cornered.
He's gonna slowly cast Goodberry. Huh? Just makes 10 good berries. And want some?
As soon as you offer the good berry, she hesitantly reaches out and takes one.
Ah, yes, that is 2 for the Wiggum column.
Kind of like curls into herself, almost feral.
Uh,
Ilara gestures towards Marin. Please forgive her. She's been through a lot with the church.
And she's fine. No offense, but she's fine traveling with, with an Inquisitor and other people. Again, no offense, but it just seems a bit odd, you know.
Understandable. We're the ones who rescued her. She had been held captive by the church for her extensive knowledge in herbs and natural remedies and poisons.
So, all of these people here trust you because you saved them at some point. They owe you. But what about if we go up to these other free people, the orcs, for example? What makes you think that they're gonna be fine accepting you, without really much of a... Not much else to go on other than good faith. Again, not meant to be offense. Well, neutral here, right?
I take no offense. You're right to question. Honestly, I don't know. I can't really say if things will be successful. But And she looks over to Torvald. Whether they accept us or not, we plan to offer them that. If they wish for us to be on our way, then so be it. If they wish to kill us, we don't want to die. We don't want to have to fight.
Burlock will be able to tell if they're being untruthful.
Well, for what it's worth, at least for the people you've got, at least you're doing some good. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry, and that fight kind of made me, a little bit fucked up. I'm sitting here currently at 57 hit points. I'm gonna lay down and take a really, really long, well-deserved nap. If that's all right with you guys. Looking over at Baxi and Wiggum.
You can go ahead and have a nap. I'm gonna chat a little bit longer.
William's just eating good berries. He doesn't trust the Yeti meat.
How is the Yeti meat? Is it aight?
I mean, yeah, it's obviously not seasoned, but it's meat, it's warm. She's cooking it as well as she can. It's as fresh as it can be. So she's cooking it well enough that you don't have to worry about any potential parasites.
Wait. Con saving throw. No. Cool. Thank you.
You said the Inquisitor's name is Alaric?
Yes.
I think after Baxi gets some food, you sit almost across from Alaric and just give him like a really sheepish smile. Your parents must have not always been with the church if they named you Alaric.
He shakes his head. No, actually, I am the first of my family to become a member of the church.
If you don't mind me asking, do you have a last name?
I do. They stripped me of it. But my family name, it is Rook.
Once I left the church, I started to read more and more into the world outside. There was a famous captain named Alaric. And he used to love to sail the seas. And there were echoes of tales of his bravery, adventure, and his unyielding curiosity. One thing he took pride in was that he inspired future generations of explorers and adventurers to find the world's secret. So in a way, Alaric, you're kind of doing his name a good service by doing what you are doing. The church influence, it needs to be stopped.
I can only hope. I have my entire life and the life after, perhaps. Perhaps even longer than that, to repent for my sins.
Who knows? Maybe after all this is over, the life will finally begin. I didn't want to give you my name before because of what could happen if the prophet knew. But if you are truly thinking about going forth and going against the church, with the help of the clan Stone Axes and all the other clans up there, if you're willing to fight, your Inquisitor training to be good use and not to the misconception that the church has put forth. I just want you to know that if you do see me at the front line, that you know why I fight. You see, the prophet took my wife, took my kids, and claimed it as his own. I won't give you my name, but surely you can figure it out from that. Our family runs deep in the bloodline of the prophet.
When you say this, you can see that there's a moment where it clicks. His eyes get a little wider. This entire time, he has not released the hilt of his sword. And now you see that he does. Releases the hilt and puts his hands on his lap. Bows his head. Forgive me.
Thank Baxter, just you go ahead, sorry.
Forgive me. I was not aware. We were told that you had
No.
perished that night.
No. No. Both our will wish that I did. But you and I both know what will happen to Kothar if he fails of his campaign in the Freelands. He'll be seen as a false prophet. He'll be seen by Aes'Taldon himself to be cursed out. We don't have to go after him straight away. He just has to fail. And trust me, Alaric, he will fail. When we head up north, if all that I had hoped had come to fruition, you will see that there is a great might in the Freelands that can stand against the church and their false beliefs. There's nothing stronger than freedom, hopes, and dreams.
He
Uh,
nods his head. Still refusing to look at you, not out of disrespect, but out of respect.
I think Baxter just stand up, put his hand on Alaric's shoulder. Rest up. And I know and appreciate that you can see the light outside of the church's shadow. And then he'll just go away and rest up himself.
Okay. And Wiggum, are you doing any last things before you go to bed?
He'll probably just check in on Marin, fellow druid. Just gonna see if she's all right. Apparently she was used for her knowledge. I'm just gonna try to start a conversation, see where it goes.
Okay. So you approach, and Marin, you see that she is again kind of curled into herself, crouched in a very feral, animalistic position. And now that I finally got that pulled up, she very quickly looks at you and then looks back at the ground. You can see that there's a small patch of green in front of her. She's doing her best to keep the snow at bay, trying to keep this one little flower blooming.
Hmm. You could just push more snow away. That'd help.
I do not wish to disturb what nature has intended.
And so you just want to help out this one flower?
If it has the will to live,
Well, I could help a lot of flowers. That's something you wanted me to try to do.
She looks at you and then back to the flower.
All right. I'm gonna just try this to see what happens. So Wickham will cast plant growth. Whoop. Hmm. Didn't show up for whatever reason. But let's see. Spell channels vitality into plants with a specific area. If I just spend an action, all normal plants 100-foot radius become thick and overgrown. If I do the spell over 8 hours, which means I wouldn't get a rest, I enrich the land and all plants in a half-mile radius since on the point. Become enriched for a year. Hmm. It seems like she's having a bad, life. So I'll spend the 8 hours just to make the plant life in the good chunk of this area enriched for a year. And I'll just do that for instead of taking a rest.
Okay. Wiggum, give yourself a point of inspiration, please.
I'll take it. That's another tally in the William column.
Wiggum just winning everything tonight.
I know, right? Well, except for that double ones. That was
That
was a
was
good,
bad. That was bad.
That was.
good old double ones.
So, you all rest, except for you, Wiggum. You spend all evening with Marin by your side, tending to this small patch of grass that begins to grow and bloom the longer your ability is held. So, each of you, except for Wiggum, get a long rest. You are awoken fairly early. The fire having been tended to all night by Marin. You are comfortable. You are warm. Your wounds relatively healed. You can hear the rustling of noises. You hear armor and bags being gathered. There's this almost excitable, I'd say, screeching noise coming from Marin. And when you all open your eyes, you see that you are surrounded by green. Beyond the green, of course, is the barren wasteland of snow. Not much green grows in this area. Alara, she kind of smiles a bit. This is probably the most excited I've seen her in some time.
Yeah, that's great. You know, just trying to help. My eyes hurt.
Wigger, did you get any sleep last night? Like any?
Wickham stares off into space for a good second, and then says, "What?"
Ah, God. Coffee. Lots and lots and lots of coffee.
Olerin is
You have
right on
beans?
that with his never-ending cup of coffee.
You can't drink coffee.
He begins to pour everyone coffee, and after a meager meal of coffee and potentially some meat and whatever herbs that Marin can scrounge up, you all know that it's probably best to be on your way. Alara looks at you all. Will you be traveling with us, or is this where we say goodbye?
Safety and what did I say yesterday? Numbers? Yeah,
Numbers.
numbers.
You said safety
Yeah.
in numbers.
Oh, okay. I don't fall
I don't
asleep.
know. What do you think, Baxi? You were the one that was kind of leading the conversation, at least until I fell asleep last night.
No, I'm more than happy to travel. I'd rather have, I'm more than happy to travel with them to Lake Crest.
Good. So we're all friends now. Love that. Love that for us.
I think the term is neutral.
Neutral. I swear.
She nods and gathers up her group. All right, everyone. Let's head out. If all things go well, we should arrive in Bleakcrest in 2 days' time. She looks over to Torvald. Is there anything on the path that we need to avoid? He looks down at the map and... Well, there's gonna be some people around here. You see he's tapping at a spot in the map. And then there should be some over in this area, but I mean, given the weather, they might have already moved on. Last I heard, their intention was to go to, what is that? Crystal's Vale. And you see that Alara groans a bit. Are you all familiar with Crystal's Vale? And she's speaking to your group.
No.
Not exactly.
No, I would say be glad
I
that
don't
you are
think I've
not.
ever been there.
Be glad that you are not familiar with them. Crystal's Vale is a Church of Iron stronghold. It once was a very reputable hot spring, but they got wind of it and took it over. They've been spreading their teachings all over the north from that one particular location.
And you're saying that's where we gotta go by?
Thankfully, no. But
Oh, good.
Crest is a few days from Crystal's Vale. Given that, wouldn't be surprised if we do run into a couple of them on the way.
And did they know that you're defectors, or, are you able to pass off as not defectors? You know what I mean?
I'm quite certain they know that we are defectors.
All right.
Regardless of wherever we meet in the path, it doesn't matter. As long as we get the big crest, we can just deal with this crystal thing after. We can formulate a plan with the chief.
You.
I believe the words that you said were cull. So, more. Church believers we cull along the way, the better.
And you are all alright with that?
More than alright.
Good. She turns and looks over to Rena. Alright, my dear. If you wouldn't mind scouting ahead. Rena gives a little two-fingered salute. Rightio. And very swiftly makes her way into the woods, seemingly disappearing. You all leave camp. You walk, I'd say a good couple of hours at a decent pace. The weather itself right now is not terrible. You notice that any sort of wildlife that would have most assuredly stalked and hunted you down, they're kind of keeping their distance. The fact that you have more than a couple of people shows a show of force. And most of the creatures here have no will to get into an unnecessary fight where they will most likely not end up on the winning end. You get, let's say, a half a day's travel by this point. And then you see that out of the woods, something comes flying out and lands in front of Alara's feet. A pine cone, a rock, something small. Alara immediately stops. Be on the lookout. We might have company.
What kind of company?
Not certain. But I would assume probably not the friendly type.
Gonna look back over at Wiggum. But does that mean we're done being neutral then?
Huh? What are you saying? Speak up.
No, not doing that. Not doing that. Nope, not doing that.
Stop whispering. I can't hear what you're saying.
It's nothing, Wiggum.
Okay.
It's all good.
Alright. Goes back to sleep.
Let me get a perception from those of you that are awake.
I will
Perception
commit
check.
to the bit.
Commit to the bit.
I would assume Wiggum's just being carried by the Loxodon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You would impede him the least.
Just like cradled in his trunk.
Okay, awesome. So, Frixori, you are the first one to notice that coming from directly ahead of you in the path that you are currently walking on appears to be a small band of people. You can't tell much of what they look like at the moment. But the closer they get, you begin to see that they're carrying a banner. And on this banner is a not super familiar, but kind of familiar crest of the Church of Iron. You see that
Ah.
2 of them are on horses. And the rest of them, which you can only see about 4, but you can see that there are several rows of heads, are walking behind them.
I'm gonna scoot up to Alara then and tell her what I see in the event that she hasn't seen it already.
You mention this, and she almost immediately turns and looks at all of you. Unless you wish to lose your lives here, I suggest we head into the woods.
No, yeah, sounds great. I don't want to die. Gonna sneak off into the woods.
Deloxodon definitely heads into the woods, though it is a lot more difficult for him given that the trees are a little more dense in this particular area. So, like a bull in a china shop, he's trying to squeeze around, rustling the trees a bit, but manages to hide as best he can.
He's just behind a tree, like they can't see me. How far away does this group of people look?
On the road, looking at them, 60-ish feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a case so far of we spotted them before they spotted us?
Yes,
Okay. Cool.
they rolled an 8.
I'm gonna try to get up into one of the trees as best as I can. Just kind of perch on a branch. I'm already kinda color of like snow a little bit. And I'm just gonna keep one of my crossbows at the ready.
Okay, roll me a acrobatics, please.
You know, you have these things called luck points.
I do? I don't know how many luck points I have. Give me a second.
Well, you have at least 4.
I have at least 4. Is it like I forget? Is it like
Every
2?
rest, you get your proficiency bonus in luck points.
Okay, so I got a lot. Every rest. So we have this one, and then the one before. So I should have at least 8. I'm trying to remember the rest, and then I know you gifted me some before. I want to say between the time that we left the Feywild to now, we've had 3 long rests, correct? Or just the 2?
Just the 2.
Okay. I'll burn 8 of those luck points then to bring that up to a 13.
Okay.
At least be enough to get me into a tree.
Mm-hmm. So, you slip initially, but manage to, through the grace of whatever God you believe in, scramble your way up your foot catching on another branch just a little lower and hoisting yourself up. You ready your bow. Baxi, what are you doing?
I think he's. I don't know, because I think you have a couple going into the woods. He'll look over to Alaric and see if he's going to go ahead to the woods, but he's more tailored to probably press towards the tree where Vixori is, one in case they get spotted or any means. But in his mind, he's thinking that if these guys are out and about, they're up to no good. And if they're up to no good, people get hurt.
You can
So-
see that most of everybody has taken to the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just be standing on point with Rick, sorry.
So you watch, you wait. You can see that this group, they are continuing onward. None of them really paying much attention to their surroundings. The rhythmic sound of their marching, almost muffled by the sound of the trees, or by the denseness of these trees. You can see that the man sitting atop the steed, he looks battle weary. His armor, black in color, speckled with blood. The banner itself, now that you can see it, dried blood on it. A lot of the individuals, the regular soldiers, the paladins, the clerics, they all look as if they have taken a beating. Let me get a stealth roll from each of you with advantage.
I have disadvantage because I'm wearing plates. It'll be 9 for me.
Well, you're not moving currently. You're just at a standstill, so you're good.
Yeah. Well, roll again.
Oops, and now you see that as they are almost passing you all, the Inquisitor begins to slowly turn his head and look in the direction that you are all hiding. He raises his hand to stop. They all do. You hear a very deep, gravelly voice call out. Who is lurking in the shadows? Who dares to do us harm? Show yourself now.
Um. Yeah, fuck it.
I'll miss
Wait.
Baxi.
Hey? What'd you say? I think Baxi would, as they ask who lurks in the shadows, I think Baxi would, as he starts to step out, he will form his demonic dread transform as the shadows sort of like coalesce around him. And Baxi will just call out, "The shadows themselves lie here, who wish to do you harm. Come, Inquisitor, show me. What blood do you spill, and what for?"
There is a moment of silence, and then you see the Inquisitor dismount his steed. He draws out his sword and holds it out, pointed towards the trees. Step out of the shadows and step into the light. Bend the knee and seek forgiveness, and I might let you live.
You can hear like audible grinding from Baxi's teeth as he like sees the blood on the armor and on the banner. He just, as he steps forward, he casts darkness on. What's the range? He'll just cast darkness on his shield. As he starts to step forward towards them, you see like a 50-foot sphere go over Baxi. He steps forward. There will be no light that comes after you, Inquisitor. Only darkness and death. How about you come forth and meet your end? And he starts walking towards them as this big sphere of darkness surrounds him.
Okay.
We really doing this shit.
Baxi has
Yes, you
elected
are.
to violence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they live, they kill more people.
It's fair. No. It's 100% fair.
You have chosen violence.
Okay, and we're gonna move you to the thing.
Do the thing.
Alright, so you are in the top right corner, or the top left corner of the screen. Okay, so go ahead and roll that initiative.
Initiative.
Wow, wow.
Bruh.
Ah, that's rough.
All right, so first up is the Inquisitor. Frixori, you see this shadowy figure stepping into the woods, and you see this ball of darkness almost stepping out. The Inquisitor is going to channel divinity.
Oh, I see.
It's going to okay. So yeah, he's going to channel divinity as he is stepping forward. Here we go. And 20 divided by 33. Alright, so Frixor, you are safe.
Ah,
I need a wisdom save, 16, or become frightened for 1 minute from Baxi and Wiggle.
I'm immune to being frightened.
Alright. So Wiggle.
You said wisdom?
Yes.
Normal. I might be alright.
You are. It is a 16.
Alright.
Okay. And he's not gonna do anything. He's just trying to scare you all off. So next up, Wiggum.
Alright. So, that's him right there, right?
Yes.
Well, I guess I will command to lead.
Okay, you are commanding. What is it?
DC 17 wisdom.
Wisdom save. That's fine. Click. There you go. Bruh.
Go away. We don't serve your kind here.
Alright, so When it is its turn, it will take its turn to just move away from you as quickly as possible. Fricksori.
Yes. So it's just this guy, and you said it's a group of like 4 other people, correct?
No. You saw
Oh.
4, but you saw several rows of heads.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of people, but he's just the one that's like coming out.
Yes.
Mm. How far away, with me being up in the tree, how far away am I? I'm more than 30 feet if that thing didn't get me the first time, correct?
Yeah, no, it didn't get you.
Okay, 30 feet, 30 feet. Looking at all my shit.
You're good.
Hmm. Yeah, everything, I've got to be within 30 feet other than just shooting bows at it. It seems to me that we're mostly, at least from Wiggum. Wiggum is at least trying to get him to run away, whereas Baxi is trying to initiate a fight with the guy, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to resolve the situation.
Okay, you're trying to resolve the situation. Baxi is just trying to.
I'm trying to resolve it as well.
Oh, okay.
One's more aggressive than the other.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. I am a tack dog. That's how I basically built her. I'm gonna hold my action then. I'm gonna hold until I see other people, possibly from that group, start coming up to us, or if in him trying to run away, he orders people to attack. I'm just gonna hold until there is an active attack on us.
Okay. And you're gonna do what with that?
I'll shoot the nearest person that comes running up.
All right. Sounds good. Baxi.
Yeah, I'm going to step forward. Do I feel like he can see in the darkness?
Roll me insight.
Look, we both know that's not my strong suit.
I mean.
Let's roll high.
Okay, I'll do that then.
What did I say?
You're not sure. As soon as you step
well,
into the darkness, it's just kind of there.
Yeah, right. I'll just take my 3 attacks, I guess. So my first attack, I'm going to coalesce the shadows in and around him to assail his mind. So as I do the first attack, he's going to have to make me an intelligence saving throw. I have advantage in every attack, and he takes 4 force damage. What's the failure of that? The shadows will come around. Now 23 to hit.
Yes.
take 22 force damage. And then another 2 attacks. 29 to hit. And I think this time he'll just do a smite on top of it as well. Just pent up rage spewing out. As he comes back in. Where can't I see it? I cannot find my smite. Spellbooks. Hello. I know that's what that does. Where is it in spells? Oh, it's still the old school way then, I guess. No, it'd just be a first level, so. An extra 2d8 radiant damage on top of this one. 28, 21 plus 9, so 30. And he'll take one more attack. So, I guess I'll do another level 1 Divine Smite on top of that.
Just smack the bitch.
Yeah, smack him. 1, 2, 3, 4.
A lot of damage.
Yeah. I think that's. And with a bonus action, I'm gonna try and smack him on his butt as I Shield Master shove him. To try and make him prone, but only a 16 athletics check.
You said a 16 athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Athletics.
Nice. Sit there and I'm just wailing on him. Just feel like the shadows just enveloping into his swords every time he strikes. And you start to see well, no one really sees it, but he is smiling this whole time. Oh, and if he can be frightened, he has to make a saving throw as well. But I assume they're probably immune.
Yeah, he cannot.
Yeah.
That means that. Alright, that is the damage. Okay. This is. Yes. Okay. It is going to.
Run.
Lee.
I need this.
No,
There we go.
literally. He's He's going to flee.
He failed his command.
Command.
Yes, he is going to. No, no, no. There we go. That way. And I was in front of you. That's 35. There we go. QQQ.
You could attack him while he's going, Bexy.
You can.
Can I? I thought it was forced movement. So.
No. He's using his movement to move away.
No, can't believe it's far. He's faster than me too, the bastard. Yep, I'll attack.
He's just better.
Yeah. But being better than me.
See, if you stayed in the church, then you'd be able to do that too.
Yeah, if you just stayed, you would have been better.
Okay, well. Hey, no time like the present, right? Did he see the attack? With,
Did he see-
in the darkness. Do I have advantage or no?
He did not see it.
Cool. I'll just roll another one. See.
Just let go of all your moral obligations and keep in the church.
You know what? I feel like I should get along with my brother, so I'll go back and see him.
God dang, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my reaction.
Wiggum.
Alright, well. It worked well last time, so let's just do it again. But how far away is this spell? It is... Oh, 60 feet. I think I need to get around Baxy's darkness. I can see that man over there. And let's see how far away he is from Wiggum. Ooh. I don't want to get out of these trees, though, in case arrows come flying at me in all directions.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I'll just frostbite that man over there. I think that's... Frostbite is... Nah, I'm just guiding bolt him. Thinking too hard about this. So I started blasting.
I was
Does
gonna
a
laugh
21
if you
hit?
missed.
21 does hit.
I was gonna laugh so hard if you missed.
Oh, that's a lot.
Wow. Well, you can laugh about the damage.
Oh,
Yeah, that was almost good, and then it wasn't.
Well, the next thing to attack him has advantage.
Good.
And that's Wiggum's turn.
Okay, Frixori.
He's running away. Now we're actively attacking him, is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was not what I wanted to do. Is it this one? Yeah. 75 feet. Okay. Bonus action. I'll do my crimson right. Do a D8 point of damage to myself. Ouchie. As I go to load my bolt, just slice it across my thumb. So now it will do an extra d8 of the fire damage, and I'm going to attack.
Smack.
Does that hit?
That does not hit.
It does not. Well then, for my second attack, because I get 2 attacks per action. Do it again.
There we go.
Hey!
Boop boo.
I'll get my critical hit. Oh. And then I get my extra d8 damage. That was a journey.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah. And that's what I got. I believe bonus action. Don't need to move. He's still in range for a bit. All good.
Cool. I need. Okay, hold on. And just making sure. Alright. Cool. It is going to. Hold on, I gotta do damage. Okay, it is going to rush and blindly start swinging.
Is it my turn?
Oh wait, is it your turn? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm after.
Sorry, it didn't go after. It didn't click the thing over. My bad. Go ahead.
You're right. I was just like, is this a reaction? I'm like, man, this guy's
A
badass.
legendary action.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think he'll step forward and call out. Oh, what's the matter, Inquisitor? You're afraid of the dark. Seems even your faith can't chase away the shadows of your church. And I'm just gonna blast him with Eldritch Blast because, yeah, he faster than me. How many times does it do at this level? 3.
It's
being
3 at 11.
Yeah. So first one. Oh, this be advantage because in the darkness, I guess.
Yes, he cannot see.
Yeah, I'll just add one to that one. Oh, bam.
All right then.
Look, I'm at this point. You've been playing with him long enough to know that he always gets nat 20s.
All right. Well, you could have shared some of those nat 20s with me, but all right. I see how it is.
I'll give you the next one. Next guiding bolt you got. That's gonna be.
I don't want your charity at this point.
That is a 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
My last beam. Six.
Okay.
Uh,
And you
I
have
kinda
a bonus
imagine, like,
action?
Nah, that's everything. I think just I'd imagine like the demonic form that shrouds Baxi starts to envelop with like the darkness around him, and you start to see like more of like a devilish form appear out of the darkness as like laughter comes out. That's his turn.
Oh, you're not going to play that one creepy laughing thing that you have?
It doesn't. It's gone since the
What?
update. So
Really? I don't like that. I didn't like the voice. It actively creeped me out.
yeah, a lot of my effects are gone. They're missing. So just plain Baxi.
Sorry, are we the baddies?
You know, in my other game that I run, that's exactly what one of my players is starting to realize. We might be. We might
We
very
got
well
Demon
be.
Catman in Darkness fighting Paladin.
Uh-huh. Yup.
Okay, we are going to. He needs to make a. Let's see. Frixori, what is your passive stealth?
My passive stealth?
Yes. Right next to stealth, there should be like a parentheses.
Uh, 13.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank you.
Oh no.
I just need to know.
I wonder what's mine.
Why? Why do you need
Oh.
to know?
Average.
Because I just wanted to know. That's it.
Don't mind that he just wrote a perception check. It's fine.
Yeah, he is going to cast at, well, not at, because it is a cantrip. I'm going to need each of you to roll me a con save.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, hold on. What? That's so weird. Why is it not? That's so weird. Oh well. He can see. So no, not each of you. We are going to. He cannot see Baxi, so he's not even going to bother trying. Wiggum, on the other
Nah, you don't have to worry about me.
hand.
Just leave me alone.
I'm just a wee little goblin.
Wha-bam. He is going to hit you with a word of radiance. I need a con save, please. DC 16.
15.
And
Oh.
that is 14 radiant damage.
My health.
Ouchie.
And then he's going to rush into the darkness. And that is going to end his turn. And let's do this. Alright, Wiggum.
Well, I kinda can't do anything because I can't see in the dark.
Yeah,
Well, I can,
now,
but
now
not
I see.
magical darkness.
YOLO! Just
My-
just hit them both. It's fine.
No,
Do it.
no,
Can I free
I
action?
won't do
Can I
that.
free action cancel the spell? What's a reaction? Like, just drop concentration whenever.
What was that?
Can I just drop concentration of darkness as he runs up?
Yeah.
I'll just do that. And the whole darkness kind of like shrouds around Baxi as he drops concentration on it. And now standing, he's just a. I said drop concentration, not gain concentration. And darkness goes away.
Well, if I can see him now, I guess I will do a good old reliable moonbeam.
No, you'll turn me back to a human.
Not on you. Calm down. So my man needs to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
Bruh.
So he takes 12 radiant damage. And then Wiggum scuttles deeper into the trees.
Do we see, like, is he healing?
Yes.
I was about to say that bar's been going up quite a bit. Is he healing from the radiant damage?
He is just healing.
Uh,
Man, if only someone had chill touch.
uh,
Oh, yeah. Wiggum's turn.
All right, Brixori.
I don't want to get out. He's in the darkness, so I can't see him.
There is no darkness.
Oh,
It's
I,
gone. As
the
well as
circles.
that's his aura.
Oh, so you drop darkness. Okay.
Yep.
Fuck.
Dex is just
Um,
naturally evil. It's fine.
Well, if I still had my old cool stuff, there would be more evil shit, okay?
Excuse me.
Did the radiant damage hurt him?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna climb down from the tree. How high up am I in the tree?
60 feet.
Oh, I'm really fucking high in the tree. Okay.
Because you're
Oh,
angled
shit.
up, and he couldn't hit you with his aura.
Yeah,
you
that's
would've been,
right.
Like, yeah, you would have had to been at least 30 feet out of that. You
I
Gucci.
literally can't. Huh?
I said you're Gucci. Just like, do your
I'm just gonna
acrobatics.
shoot. Uh. Uh. Well, I could. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna like. Because I'm not a monk, I can't fucking slow fall, but I'll at least slide down the tree like a fireman's pole as much as I can, I guess, to get to the ground. And that's gonna take like everything that I got. If I do that, would I get a? No, that would have to be like a bonus action dash kind of thing. Never mind. I'm just gonna stay up in the tree. And I'm just gonna go pew pew, and then pew, because I can use a bonus action to attack with my hand crossbow if I attack with it for my main action. So I'm gonna shoot him 3 times.
Cool.
I'll do that. Nope.
Nope.
Not gonna shoot him.
Yep.
Yup. And then this one gets the D8. Nice. And then this is the bonus action hit. Hell yeah. Do it again. Murder.
Murder. Nice.
Murder.
Murder.
And that will be my turn. Just gonna pew 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 from here.
Maxie.
He drops darkness, but then as he goes to attack, he kind of steals some of the light off the moonbeam as he bonus actions casts Spirit Shroud around him. So if someone gets hit, he will have radiant damage and he can't heal up. And when he's in 10 feet, or starts his turn, reduces it by 10 feet. As he steals some of the light, I imagine like the shadow that goes around him, you start to see like little golden hummingbirds kind of fly in and around that casts like shadows here and there and help him attack this Inquisitor. Normal.
Jesus Christ.
Stop
What the
taking
fuck?
my nat 20s.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast.
It's a dragon fight all over again.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I'm gonna use the second level spell slot as well. I found the thing, so damage. It is critical hit. Plus another 2d8 for the Spirit Shroud. So it's 42 radiant damage on top of this as well.
God
Far
damn.
out, man. Yep, that's my first attack.
This bitch said his
This
first.
is what happened. Yeah. Yeah. This is what happens when you get a deck of many things, right? Second attack. No.
All right,
there
well,
you
the universe balances
Hubris.
itself out.
Good.
My last attack. 22 to hit.
Yes.
27.
Hubris.
And that's bonus action. That's everything. Oh, sorry. And then take an extra d8 in the last one because of Shadow Spell. Extra 1. But now they can't regain health, and when they start their turn, reduces their movement speed by 10.
Okay. So now it is his turn. He is going to Yep. Okay. He is going to do that level. So he is going to branding smite and then hit you, Bexy.
Mhm.
And that is a 1. That misses. 2. That misses.
Man, look at our future longsword of life stealing.
Motherfucker hit. He missed all 3. Oh my god.
Man, that'll be great when we have it.
It'll work perfectly for us, right? It won't.
Yeah,
no.
it'll be great for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his turn. He can't heal up. Wiggum.
All right, Wiggum. You know,
Does he take damage from the moonbeam from staying there?
He would have to. So the first one would have to been now when his turn started. So I'm gonna just say when I first did it, that was just what he would have did at the start of his turn. It's not when it appears, just at the start of his turn. So when it comes around again, I'll just do it correctly. All right. So let's see how far this man is now. How far is this man from me? Gotta take a tiny hop, skip, and a jump a little closer to him. And I will frostbite that man over there. His con's probably pretty good, but let's see what happens. DC 17 Constitution saving throw, please. His con is good, but not good enough. So he takes 12 cold damage and have disadvantage on the first attack roll he makes.
Okay.
And that is Wickham's turn.
Brixori.
It worked the first time. I'ma do it again. Pew pew pew.
Get him! Get him! Don't get him!
Oh,
Just don't crit again because you're sealing my nat 20s.
Sorry.
Okay, good.
Does that hit?
Yes.
As long as you hit, just don't crit because I won a nat 20 at least once today.
Not allowed. Not allowed to crit. Got it.
I appreciate you.
I'll give you one of
Alright.
mine. It's alright, you can take one of mine.
Motherfucker.
See you later, Mr. Smite.
Does 16 hit? I guess
no,
not.
No.
Alright.
That hits.
19 hit. Okay. Hey! Max damage. Give me that
Nice.
shit. Sitting pretty in the tree.
Wickham's just sitting.
Oh, you don't want to sit pretty?
Nah, I don't know how.
His legs are too short.
Yeah. I can't
Aw.
cross them. I sit on a stump.
Poor Wiggum's falling asleep in a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Wiggum fucking fighting on like 2 hours of sleep, if that.
I have 5 empty 5-hour energies in my backpack.
Oh my god.
Alright, Baxi.
Yeah, I'm gonna use another Reaching Shadows to try to get advantage, so intelligence saving throw from him.
Man,
Thanks.
it is not this guy's day.
It's really not.
I feel that with the dice, that was me running a freaking level 14 warlock that my party fucking grappled to the ground.
That should be an advantage.
Concentration.
27.
27 hits, 12 does not.
That was the advantage.
Okay.
So this will be the second attack. 18.
Meat beats.
Alright, now we know. He's got on
Uh,
plate mail.
Just plain old plate. So yeah, just normal. And one final attack. Advantage.
Stop taking my nat 20. What is wrong with you?
I can
So
at least
it's
follow
4 d-
instructions, man.
God damn it. You just keep taking them. So stingy.
Uh, yeah, I'll just do another smite. Critical hit.
God dang.
Jesus.
Another one.
God dang.
Baxi just really wants this guy to die.
That's half my
Yeah.
health in that one attack.
And this is all the spirit shrouds hits too.
That's more than half my health in one attack.
Jesus.
And just for the hell of it, in fun of it, I'll use a bonus action to knock him on his butt.
Uh,
Actually, no, I won't do that. Let's leave it as this. That'll be my go.
Okay. Do that demoge for the moonbeam.
All right. We have to save for it. DC 17 con, I believe. Or half.
That's a 10.
Nice.
All right. He takes 12 radiant damage. And his first attack has disadvantage because of frostbite.
Yes.
I'm sure he was supposed to be a very hard fight. But you know, when the
My
paladin crits
rolls-
5 times in a row,
Well, yes, that, but my rolls literally were just telling me no today, so.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's see. Okay, do that. Wrathful Smite, you cannot be frightened. And then the demoge. This is at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Damn.
ah,
And then again. Normal. God damn. The dice are telling me no today. They are
Yeah.
seriously telling me no.
your AC is like 20 something, right, Baxi?
21, yeah.
Yeah.
On
Well,
the sword and board.
Okay, well. He's just gonna go. Attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
if you crit this man again, I'm walking away.
Well, it's at advantage, I think, just because at the start of your next turn, so. Let's do it.
And how
Jesus.
are you doing it?
I think as he starts to run away, I think little by little, Baxi just slowly walks after him, and he sees pelted with these birds and bees of continuous shadows and light just etching into his body. It's like, look at you, Inquisitor, cowering like a child. Not even your faith can shield you. The shadows see through all the lies. And as these little imagery start to pelt him and bring him down, he just throws the sword as he starts to run away, and it turns into this like long spear as he changes the shape of it, and it just impales him to the ground.
That reminds me of this video of it was like a Ren Fair thing where this guy is in like big armor with a shield, and it's like a dueling pit, and this like smaller guy in armor comes up to him, and the big tall guy goes, "How does the ground taste, little man?" and just fucking shield bashes this guy straight to the fucking ground. That's what you did to this poor man.
You
I used to be him.
you strike this man with birds and light. You watch as every step he's taking, it's almost as if he himself cannot muster the strength. Something that you all have noticed now, there is no blood. Every strike seemed to affect him, but nothing came of it. Even with Moonbeam, even with magical attacks, it just didn't seem. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It didn't seem as if this person was fully or wholly human. You watch as almost as if a puppet were being cut from its strings. The figure shakes a bit, each step worse than the next, until it suddenly collapses. The others that are standing out in the pathway, they look. None of them have interrupted this fight. None of them want to. They themselves already seem to be so exhausted, so done with everything. They don't bother. When the Inquisitor falls, they simply look at one another. You see a couple of them dropping their swords, their shields. Some of them tossing stabs to the ground, and the man on the horse shouts at them. This one you can see, he very plainly, very clearly looks human. Get back in formation. What are you doing? The people don't stop. They begin to separate. A lot of them do stay, mind you. But the ones who look injured, they're the ones who don't really care much for whatever this is any longer. The man on the horse looks at all of you.
I move Moonbeam on top of him, probably killing his horse.
You're gonna kill an innocent horse.
Hey man,
How
horse is a
dare you.
horse.
Of course.
This spear in the back of the Inquisitor is the Gravedigger spear. So I start to ask if Argenti would like to come out and play.
Oh no, not that guy again.
You hear a very, very confident, well, yes, don't mind if I do. And very similar to how the form began to shift and fall. Very puppet like. It begins to move in that manner as it stands. You see that the man who was once on a horse and is now on his feet stands up and. You are abominations. All of you.
We are.
Well, now that's just a rude thing to say.
I'm not an abomination. I'm. What am I again? Oh, right, a goblin.
You, you get something.
That's
Right
why
now,
I
you're.
try to think about it for a second. I'm really tired right now. Oh, by the way, guy, that was on a horse and now you're just sitting there. You're kind of outnumbered.
And he. You can tell he is debating on fighting you, but after watching the Inquisitor fall, he has decided that it's probably not the best course of action.
Well, leave your stuff.
Well, do as the young goblin says. Leave all your stuff and
Yeah, I like
walk on.
stuff.
He throws down his sword.
All your stuff. Take off your furs.
Armor,
the bag.
money. Mostly money. I like money.
And walk until you can feel no more, until the cold takes you away. The darkness of the night.
And against his better judgment, he begins to undress, throwing everything onto the ground. The soldiers who have stayed, they just watch him. And it almost seems as if watching this man lose his own resolve kind of made them lose theirs. They look at each other and then begin to walk past him. He is left cold in nothing but his loincloth. And he will pay for this.
Well, watch out for yetis, spiders, bandits, the occasional hobgoblin, orcs, cold, treants. I don't think you're gonna make it back, buddy.
Curse on all of you. And then he turns and starts running after the group that had walked away from him.
Ah,
Well,
today was a good day.
That's kind of the thing about curses. You can't really be cursed if you're already cursed.
That's exactly right.
That's how that works, right?
I think so. They don't stack. I believe that's what the rules say. I don't know.
I don't know who told you that curses don't stack when they in fact stack.
Curses stack.
There's a curse that makes you blind, and there's a curse that makes you not be able to talk. They do in fact stack.
Well, I mean, he didn't make any specifications on the curse, so
I think it was more the figurative curse on you and your family type of deal.
Yeah, but you gotta lay down the terms for it, right? Or else it doesn't really work.
I think we're thinking too far into this. That man's gonna die very shortly.
Listen,
He's naked,
go through.
freezing to death, and there are Yetis casually walking around apparently.
I'll do channel divinity control undead, so Argenti stays in that body for the next 24 hours.
Oh, by the way, Frixori, this is Oregano, Vaxi's undead ghost friend.
Oh,
You see the now Inquisitor turns and looks at you, his voice kind of echoing in this hollow chamber.
well, I guess you and I need to have a chat then.
Oh,
Yes,
he loves to talk.
I do love talking, yes. And it is not oregano, it is Argenti. Get my name correct.
Yes, the other one's too hard to pronounce.
Isn't the
Argenti is a ghost, yes.
He's more of a spirit, a good family friend.
That possesses dead bodies.
I owe him a lot.
Yes, you do.
Well, I give you a body, so even for now. Well, not really even, but it's good to have you back.
It is good to
We're
be
going
back.
to need your help.
You do realize this thing is hollow, right? There is no body in here.
What?
Which is armor?
Then how are you possessing it? I don't know. Wait, you're like in evil armor.
Isn't that basically what Rem is?
Oh
Who's
no.
Uh,
Nothing.
pointing over to the suit of walking armor. That thing.
He looks at it, and you just hear as he stomps his way over. Ah, brother, hello. Goes to give him
No.
a hug, but Rem doesn't.
I don't think he talks.
That is a shame. There is a
think-
inscription in here. If you would like to read it,
Oh.
I don't know.
Sure. I'll read the inscription.
What languages do you know, Baxi?
Yearning. And common. That's it.
Wow. Can't read this.
There it
Let's see what languages Wiggum knows. Attributes. I got Druidic, Common, Undercommon, Celestial, Infernal, Goblin.
You cannot read these.
Well, trash.
I have infernal.
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, I can read it.
No, I was like, is that it?
Yeah, I have common and infernal. That's
No.
all.
Okay,
I got.
okay, all right. I like. You don't have common?
I have common and infernal.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You cannot read this either.
Wow.
And neither can Olerin.
What language is this thing?
What about our other various other people?
Argenti cannot read this.
I'll just copy it down. Apparently, it's a very intelligible language, and I not understand it.
Can I at least look at it and see if if I can at least see if there's any similarities to the one other language that I know? Like, does it look like something I might have seen, like on a sign or something like that at some point at the circus?
Definitely not at the circus.
Okay. Nope.
Um,
Guys, I gotta do more reading.
So yeah, Baxi, you copy this down. Damn. And Thalion this either. Okay. So you copy this down. Uncertain of what it says, but you know that hopefully you'll be able to find someone to be able to translate this for you. But also, aside from the writing, it is very peculiar. This Inquisitor did not have a body.
No. And all my times within the church or as an inquisitor, have we heard of such a thing?
Yes, you have. It is a language that is deemed far too unholy for you all to read and speak. Soren does not want any of the followers to sully their minds with the language of the primordial.
Hmm. Well, we know a shaman that could possibly read that then.
And so you gather back with the other adventurers who have kind of been standing back watching. They are. You can tell that, yes, they might have wanted to help, but the only one who actually had a suitable weapon and armor is Alaric, and his whole job is to take care of his group. So you all seem to be able to do it. Take care of this well enough on your own. They, of course, thank you. And you now have, let's see, stuff. Let's give you stuff. Character sheet open. There we go.
How about that sort of life stealing he didn't hit with once?
For real. Yes, a longsword of life stealing.
Woo.
I think the only person that can use it is Baxi, and he has a much better weapon already.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Life stealing.
But Argenti can use it.
Yes.
That's true.
A +3 flail.
Whoa!
Rah! Should have been using
What?
that bad boy.
Should have used that.
On their person, but not obviously on a body, is a periapt of wound closure.
Hmm.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
the other guy, he had a. This new sheet is so weird. He has a +3 shield.
Oh.
God dang.
My lord.
Let me get that.
He has a Holy Avenger
Yeah, you get it,
greatsword.
Whoa!
What?
Mhm.
Whoa! Baxi, I think we
Adamantine
found a better
plate.
weapon.
At what plate?
Adamantine.
Is that one of those armors that if you wear it for long enough, it shrinks down to your size?
Oh, if only.
Dang it. Well, money it is.
And he has a periapt of health.
Oh, let me get that.
Periaptive health, not wound closure. Got it. Okay.
I want that nice 19 con.
And then on the guy who dropped all of his stuff, obviously aside from the stuff that I just said, he has 2 diamonds worth 500
Ooh.
Ah, yes, he was the cleric.
and 1,600 gold.
Oh,
I've added all that to the.
Maxie, we're
Wow.
not poor anymore.
We're the bad guys, and it feels good.
My man had a holy avenger.
Yeah.
God damn.
What the heck?
Who is going to be taking what? I heard Wiggum say the periaptive health. Can I even? I'm partly interested in the flail just so that I have better. up
Hold on.
close.
What is your
What?
con right now?
My con is a 16.
Okay,
What is
you're the
yours?
same as me then.
Yeah.
But what is your health at?
I'm at 165.
Oh, you don't need it. I'ma take it.
Yeah. No. You take it because I have a periaptive wound closure. So even if I go down, I stabilize.
Good old amulet of health. No, periap of health. I think that one is you can't get diseased. I'll take it.
Yeah. I think out of all of that, the only thing I'm really interested in is the flail.
Ooh, snap required attunement. Nice.
Look, if I'm metagaming, I'd give my weapon away to someone and use the Holy Avenger sword. I mean, because the weapon that I use, Shadow
Well, the
Sword,
thing
can go
is,
to
Baxi,
anyone.
you're the
Yeah.
only one that can use martial weapon.
Well, Shadow's will can
no,
go.
I can too. I can use martial weapons.
Oh, then give
Yeah.
her the freaking shadow weapon.
But it's mine. I use the wish for it, and it's story appropriate to me.
You know, what weapons are you wanting to look at and keep?
Well, there's this fancy thing called the Holy Avenger,
Right.
great sword. There's the long sword of life stealing,
Mm-hmm.
which will probably work better for you
I was gonna
since it's
say,
one-handed.
yeah. Plus life stealing, and
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff to myself.
Can the Inquisitor use the great sword?
The
Like,
Inquisitor.
Agente, can he use it for the time being, or no?
Yes, he can.
Okay. What's a mighty ally?
As long as he's not, hit with it, he's fine.
Yeah.
We
Do
should
you want
also
the plus
save.
3 shield, Baxi?
You can have that.
We
Yeah,
should
yeah.
also save a couple of these items for the other two. Yeah, Olerin
Yeah.
and Thalion.
In all honesty, I don't need any of that. Like, I could use it, but I mean, by all means, you guys use it. I used my wish on a legendary weapon, so.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
I just lost all my magic items.
Yeah, it's the luck of the draw, right?
I don't know about luck.
But yeah, if Ajeti can use the great sword, it'd be good to have him wear it, I guess.
Okay. I will give
Man,
him
this
that.
guy was stacked.
Yeah, for real.
I know,
He
right?
was
I'm
wearing
so
like
glad he didn't hit
50,000
me.
gold on his person.
Mm-hmm.
So glad he didn't hit me. Oh man.
I'm surprised he
I
did
saw that
not
level
use the Holy
7.
Avenger
Mm.
to attack you.
But I mean, like, this is just one Inquisitor. Imagine what the other ones are wearing. What the heck is
Right.
the general wearing? You know?
Maybe a belt of giant strength.
Wink, wink, nice nudge.
Okay, so as you all loot the body and divvy up your spoils, that is where we leave you. So thank you everybody for tuning in. You can catch us in 2 weeks for the continuation of Aes'Taldon the Beginning. Looking forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Like,
And we're out.
woo.
Woohoo.
So that I can let Jaren know what stuff